Well, I guess I'm jumping on the bandwagon. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to give, I know it's topical right now, the whole record store day of 2025. This is my first time ever participating in a record store day. So I just wanted to go through, I didn't get very much. I only got a couple that were record store day exclusives, and then I got a couple things while I was in there because they're running 10% off all new records besides the record store day deals, and they're running 20% off used. And there was a couple used I'd considered, but I ended up only just getting a couple new records besides the ones that we got for record store day. Now, there was only a couple things I was sort of looking for going into it after looking through the list. There's a lot of things I wouldn't mind getting. And since I've not experienced with this, and I went and I stood in line, I should have got you some B-roll of it, but I didn't. I didn't know really what to expect. You know, I had seen videos before, I kind of had an idea, but it's definitely mayhem. And we went to, formerly featured on an episode with the Retro Rose, the record store there. We went there, picked up the Collective Soul blender. This album is, I have it on CD. It's not my favorite Collective Soul. I like Collective Soul pretty good. My son and I both like them. I used to like, their first couple albums quite a bit. And I have probably 5 or 6 of their different CDs. Their more later stuff I'm not as big on. It was, they were selling it for $33.99, but I've already seen this. So here's my dilemma. I own it on CD, and I don't want to be one of them guys that goes and buys stuff to resell and all that. But I have to say, after buying this, my son really wanted it. He just was something familiar to him, Collective Soul, and he was with me. And since I wanted Nick Mason's Saucer Full of Secrets single deal he did, that's what I wanted. That's the main thing. I wanted that and Black Sabbath. And so I was able to get Black Sabbath. And so I was happy about that. But that was the two I was after. Well, the Nick Mason one was nowhere to be found. I don't think they ever got a copy in at that record store. I'm not sure. Didn't see it. If they did, it sold right away. This was $34.99. But what I was getting to on the Collective Soul, I just went on to eBay right before filming this, and I looked on there and I saw, because I watch videos, people say, oh, people buy stuff just to flip it and secondary market it, and I'm like, well, before I open it, I just want to see if that's happening with that album and what it's going for, because I don't know how much I need that one in my collection, considering I have it on CD and it's not my favorite album to begin with. So I went ahead and checked, and man, there's some already going for quite a bit more than what I paid for it. And I'm like, now I think what I'm going to do is, you guys can hate on me for it, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but I want to be honest and transparent. So that's how I am. I might wait to open that. I might give it a month or two before I open it. And in a month or two, if it calms down and it's going for more regular retail and it hasn't gone up, then I'll probably keep it and open it. If it keeps where it's at or goes up any and gets up there, I've seen it go as high as $70-something on eBay. And I'm like, at that price, I don't want it. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I already have it on CD. It's not my favorite album. If I could sell it and make that, I double my money on it and then some at some point, I might be open to that in this case. And I didn't buy it for that reason, but that's where I'm at with it. The Black Sabbath, I'm probably going to keep. I'm also going to wait to open it. Because of the fact that, I don't think this one's actually going, which is weird because you figure Black Sabbath would go for more than Collective Soul. But the Black Sabbath's not going for as much money so far. So I don't know if they made more of them or if they're just not in as high demand right now. But I'll probably wait a little bit on that one too. That one most likely I will keep open and listen to because I don't have that CD. But anyway, so I just wanted to, and again, I just want to be honest and transparent with what, didn't go there for the purposes of reselling anything. If I would have, obviously I'd have been after some of the other stuff that was more high profile. Don't know if I would have got it. We were probably about 30 something in line. So we got there pretty early, but there was a lot of people before us. Not a ton, but anyway, so there's that. And then while I was in there, my son found the Offspring album here, and we're huge fans. We've been to a concert and together, and didn't even know this was out on vinyl. I don't keep up with a lot of that stuff, and I just decided there was no price on it, so I took it up there, and I'm like, I know it's 10% off, so I'm like, well, if it's not too expensive, we'll go ahead and grab it just because we're fans and we enjoy their stuff. And I like to have more on vinyl. I only have a couple albums from Offspring on vinyl. I have a bunch of their CDs. I don't have this one though on either. I do now, but anyway, and I think it was like 25 and then 10% off that, so it made it, you know, like about 21 and change, $22. Anyway, so I went ahead and grabbed that one while I was in there. I don't know if I should show the cover of this one. This is Merciful Fate, and I'm probably not going to show the cover because the cover is a little racy, if you will. You guys can always look it up, and most of you out there that listen to metal probably already know what the cover looks like. So I'll just show you the back cover. And you know, lately I paid $29.99 and 10% off, which is probably a little bit much because it's kind of like an EP. They call it a mini album at 45 RPM, but it's pretty much an EP. It's got 2 songs on either side. It's about 11 minutes-ish runtime on both sides, so it's not like a full LP. But anyway, the price, it was a little bit more than what I probably would have paid normally, but I was trying to support them, and it was something I would like to have in my collection. I don't have a lot of Merciful Fate. Matter of fact, I think I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of thrash, death, black metal, all those different things, symphonic, but I don't think I have any Merciful Fate on. No, I don't think I have any Merciful Fate on vinyl, so I wanted to get something, so I got that. And then this one I don't think needs an explanation. If any of you watch my channel, I think you've heard me talk about Iron Maiden before, Somewhere in Time, one of my favorite albums that has Wasted Years, which is one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs. I have the CD, didn't have it on vinyl, and I want to get all the Iron Maiden studio albums, and this one was $27.99 and 10% off that, and I thought that was more than fair for that album. So that is, I love that cover. Anyway, so that's my record store day 2025 experience. First time ever going to one. I'll definitely probably participate. I would imagine doing it more in the future. Maybe have my ducks more in a row and maybe more of a game plan. But like I said, we went into it blind. I'll probably film the next time we do it too. I just wanted to experience it first before I didn't even know what to expect. And I was like, you know, going into it with the camera, not knowing what it's going to be like to begin with, I just felt was probably more than I was willing to deal with. My son and I both, I wanted to enjoy the experience and kind of know what we're getting into before I worry about sharing that experience. And now that I know what it's like to do one, I wouldn't hesitate to take a camera and try to get some of it, at least some B-roll for, you know, to talk about what I got. But anyway, so that's all. No big, you know, crazy finds or anything during it. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I think that's going to do it for this one. I don't have a whole lot of rambling. On this one, I got a lot of other stuff coming up to ramble about, and I got an update on the Audio-Technica LP70X. I have a couple different projects I'm working on, and, you know, just lots more stuff to come up, but I just wanted to hurry up and get this one shot. This is the day after Record Store Day. This is Sunday, and I just want to get this shot, and I'll try to get this uploaded probably in the next day or two. Anyway, thanks guys. Appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.